Hey you guys, what's going on? This is Mark and Hope Sword, and welcome to our spoilers section for Spiderman Homecoming. Now we are free to talk about every single little thing that we loved, and some of the things that we didn't hate,
but we thought were kind of a decision flaw.
Yeah,
Sony's part.
Yeah, I mean, like, well,
because if it's a bad idea, you know, it came from Sony.
But yeah,
they're good at making electronics. They're not good at making movies.
And they're also pretty decent at making video games.
Yeah, they can make video games and electronics. They just can't make movies. They should just quit the movie.
Well, I mean, aside from Bond,
they should just stick to Bond. They should leave the whole superhero thing to the people who know a thing or two about superheroes, because they're the ones who freaking invented them. Yeah,
but anyway, so now we're going to go ahead and elaborate on what exactly we were talking about in our spoiler-free review. And as I said, this video is going to be a little longer than the spoiler-free one. I don't know how long it's going to be, obviously, but I mean, we're gonna just speak our minds and stuff like that. So once again, if you have not seen the film, this is a spoiler-filled video, so you have been warned.
Watch at your own you know the rest.
Not risk, but enjoyment.
Yeah, whatever.
Because I'm pretty sure you can enjoy the film regardless of whether or not you're a fan of the character.
You can just watch it because Iron Man's in it, or there's a movie finally involving the Vulture.
Speaking of Iron Man, a lot of fans were like Geekvolution's. The Geekvolution did I think it was like a 1 hour long speculation video on I think it was that third trailer that was released for the movie with that showed Iron Man suit in it like you know that scene where the Iron Man suit is pushing the boat back together.
Yeah.
Well, they were worried that because Iron Man was included in that trailer so much that it was going to be Iron Man's movie and not Spider-Man's movie. Thankfully, that is not the case. It is definitely Spider-Man's movie.
Yeah, it's not called Spider-Man Homecoming for nothing.
And also, didn't you mention that someone called it Iron Man 4?
Oh yeah, some of the people back on the island where I'm currently residing jokingly mentioned that it would be Iron Man 4, which, by seeing the movie, is disproven. There could be an Iron Man 4 later on down the line, but before that can start up and introduce a bunch of other movies yet to be made, first we're going to have to go through Thor Ragnarok first, the Venom movie whenever it's going to be announced or released, and the much anticipated Infinity War.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. Dude, this gets you so excited if you've read the comics.
You know, like, I pose a question to the viewers. How powerful do you think Thanos would be if he not only had the Infinity Gauntlet with the Infinity Stones, but also the Tesseract or the Cosmic Cube? It can go by either name.
And now I've got a question for you, man.
Okay.
How powerful do you think Thanos would be if he had not only the Infinity Gauntlet, but with all the Infinity Gems inside of it, but also the power of Cosmic?
He was already unsolvable with just the Gauntlet alone. With that,
because the power of Cosmic
is basically everything.
It's basically, I mean, it's arguably more powerful than the Gauntlet itself.
Yeah, but combining the power of the two, I mean, by the Gauntlet alone, he was too powerful for even the Celestials to take on. It took the one above all, basically Marvel's version of God. Well, they called his name is technically Eternity.
Oh,
but he didn't really defeat Thanos. Thanos kind of like defeated him and took his position by shedding his physical body, which was a stupid move on his part. Yes, it gave him a new form and new powers, but he left his physical body unprotected, allowing what was Gamora's sister's name again?
Gamora, they were from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, they're the adopted daughters of Thanos.
Oh man,
I forget. Well, whatever.
I can't remember.
Well, whatever her dumb name was, she snuck up on while everyone was distracted, including Thanos himself. Snuck up onto his body and removed the Infinity Gauntlet from his hand, returning him back to his body and using the power to restore herself from this like half-dead, half-alive state that Thanos put her in. And essentially taking over the power for herself, getting revenge on not only Thanos, but Gamora, and just for giggles, take on everyone else that Thanos was fighting at the time. Until they choose outwitted and outmatched by Adam Warlock, who then took the Infinity Gauntlet from her, put it on himself, and just set everything straight again, returning every Marvel hero back to their respective places, wiping the memory of everything, and setting the universe straight, and now wields the Infinity Gauntlet in the right way. In the right hands, it is good. And Thanos gave up his life of being a conqueror, being evil, and all that, to become a simple chicken farmer.
Oh yeah, that's right. There was that wasn't that after
Yeah, it was during the Infinity Gauntlet comic story.
Infinity Gauntlet. I thought it was Infinity Crusade.
No, that came from it was an adaptation of it, but no.
As you can tell, we're avid Marvel fans. Oh, speaking of which, there were actually a few people in the theater with us that we were basically talking about DC versus Marvel in terms of like movie like visions, if you will, like ways of making movies. And
we both noticed that both DC and Marvel have a different take. Back in the day, they still had that different take, but it seemed like the roles were reversed as the years went on. Because back in the early 2000s, Marvel movies when comic book movies were still looked at as kids things, so Marvel wanted to make it more adult friendly too, by making it dark and gritty and the usual cliches.
But at the same time, keeping the lighthearted feel and keeping
in
some aspects. Like you've got, to give you guys an example, you've got the original Spider-Man film in 2002. I think that's when it came out with Tobey Maguire and Willem Dafoe. That movie isn't as dark and gritty as, say, Spider-Man 2 or even Spider-Man 3.
But it could have been a little bit lighter.
But there are moments where you feel that, okay, this definitely
This is where Spider-Man goes from just being a boy to a man.
But
that's the name.
But anyway, so getting back to Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah, you can see a huge shift from then to now, because now it has more humor, has more lightheartedness. But there's always a joyful moment mixed in that's perfectly blended with all the serious tone, and there is still a big huge sense of defeat when Spider-Man has completely screwed up or made a bad decision, and you can see how the emotion of defeat, sadness, and just spirit breaking whenever he realizes he made a huge mistake and he tries to correct it.
Apparently, there's a prequel comic to the movie. I haven't been able to track it down, but I've heard rumors about it float online and stuff, like on Twitter. But
we should check that out.
But yeah,
we ever figure out what it is. But
yeah, I'll search it up online after this video, and then if you guys want, actually screw it. We'll just we'll both read the comic if we can track it down, and then we'll give our thoughts on it, I guess.
Yeah. And on the DC spectrum, getting into back in the early days when your parents were still youngins.
So what? We're talking let me see. My parents were born in the 50s, so we're talking, pretty much when DC was the only thing around.
Yeah, back when the dinosaurs still roamed the earth. Okay. DC was actually a large juggernaut in the superhero film franchise.
Well, yeah,
because it was campy, it was enjoyable, it was fun, it was colorful, it was bright, and you really got to see how well the superhero executed their brand of justice.
Not only that, but it was also because they were the only comic book making fish in the pond.
Yeah, until Marvel came around.
Because
they had a competitor, but Marvel wasn't really a competitor when it first started. But after it got off the ground, ooh boy, was DC in for a run?
Because the thing is, in terms of movies, Marvel didn't actually. I don't think they actually started making movies until. Well, I mean, there were TV films like The Amazing Spider-Man in the 70s, which was a. Oh man, I'll save that again for another video. But
taking into account back in the day when that was first released, to those people, those special effects were awesome.
Yeah.
So I don't, even for me, I still think those must have been good to them, so why should I knock it? Unlike kids today who constantly bash things you loved when you were
Because
growing
okay,
up.
there are people that are saying, because I was talking to a group of high schoolers actually over at actually no, I think they were like actually yeah, they were elementary schoolers over at the college that I go to, and they were saying that the CGI effects in they were saying that the CGI effects in like the first X-Men film were garbage, and I'm like, and in my mind I'm thinking, okay, well obviously they look bad by modern standards, but I mean the thing is, back in the year 2000, that was huge.
Yeah, because
that was enormous.
That's when they were first introduced, and I was like, whoa.
Not only that, but that was also when CG really took off.
Yeah, and I used to live with some elementary school kids, so. And believe me, I wanted to blow my brains out. For 9 years, I had to live with these kids and tell them, believe me, suicide sounded like heaven to me at the time. But well, I'm still alive here.
But yeah.
Anyway, on to what I'm talking about. I was forced to be nice to them. So out of
he's not a very nice person by default.
Hey, shut up! I can get good to kids if they don't make me want to strangle them to death. But. Why do you think Wara loves me so much?
Hey, but
anyway, back to the topic.
But yeah,
back to the topic. I showed them the old school Mighty Morphin Power Rangers back when I was a kid. Oh yeah, when I was their age, growing up watching it. I love that show. And then I let them see the new movie, like because my foster mom I had a clip of it. I looked it up and showed it to them. And they openly insulted the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I was like, how could you? What's so bad about it? But this was my childhood when I grew up. This is what I watched when I was your age. And I said the weapons look fake. The robot looks too dumb.
It looks like a costume.
Well, I told them, that's because it is a costume. Those are. They can't use real weapons. Those are props.
Plus, not only that, but it's also a children's show.
Yeah, it's a children's show. They can't use real weapons. People will get hurt.
I'm pretty sure that even today, don't get me wrong. Obviously, in a TV show for adults, they would use real weapons. But
but they won't actually try to literally kill each other.
But
they'll like just swing, miss, and have fake blood come out. And use makeup to make it look like they got cut.
Yeah,
or stabbed or whatever.
But anyway, so we kind of got off topic for a little while. Yeah, anyway, back to Spider-Man Homecoming. So, like I said before, we're going to go ahead and give our overall thoughts and opinions on the film in general. And spoilers, again, you have been warned. This is the point of no return, basically.
So at the beginning of the video was point of no return.
Well, yeah, but then we got a topic with the Marvel and DC talk.
Yeah, we implied it into the video.
Yeah, but anyway, okay, so let's go. Okay, so Jules, go on ahead and give your thoughts on what you liked and disliked a little bit about the film.
Well, I really liked how it showed Peter Parker in a new light. Yeah, we're taking him from the whole tragic death of Uncle Ben and show him he portraying him as an actual teenager, wanting to eagerly join the Avengers. Like, oh my gosh, I'm joining the Avengers, and it takes place sometime after the events of the first Avengers movie, and sometime after Civil War. It shows some bits before Civil War, some bits during Civil War, and then it goes into what happens afterwards. And Spider-Man, portraying a real teenager, wants to prove himself to Iron Man, his icon, his idol. He wants to be like him, so he tries his best to prove that he can be an Avenger. But he does what all teenagers do. He kind of messes up, and once the parental figure or boss in Tony Stark's case tells him not to do certain things,
Tony Stark,
and leave it to the professionals, Peter.
Can we both go on record in saying that Tony Stark was probably one of the best things about this movie in terms of comedy?
Yeah, and
he always is.
Yeah, and so Peter disobeyed him and did it anyway to show I can do this. He can have faith in me. I can do it. Until he royally messed it up by almost sinking two halves of a ship. And Iron Man was
Because
at first called him up to congratulate him on what he did in Washington, but then after finding out where he really was generally peeved at him for lying to him and disobeying him. So when Peter said, "If you cared, you show up," which Iron Man proved him wrong by actually exiting the armor, because
earlier,
in earlier scene, he actually was communicating him from.
I think they were. I think he was in like some Indian country, or some Middle Eastern country.
Yeah, some Middle Eastern country. He was talking through the suit.
Because I mean, the thing is, like when that second scene when Spider-Man says to Iron Man, "If you cared, you would be here," and he stepped out, he stepped out in that
he stepped out of the armor and said,
he stepped out.
Well, I do care because I'm here.
But the interesting thing to me though is, okay, so I never saw Iron Man 3, but he must have gotten extremist in that film, because when he steps out of the armor in that second scene, he's wearing what looks like a tuxedo or some kind of jacket, or some kind of really dark looking formal clothes, and that kind of caught me off guard in the theater, because I was like, well, wait a minute, shouldn't he be wearing like that suit, like that white and teal colored suit or something like that he usually wears when he pilots it? But then I thought to myself, well, maybe he got extremist in Iron Man 3. For those of you guys that don't know what extremist is basically a computer program that Tony acquires somehow in the comics. I don't remember how he gets it in the comics, but he gets it, and that basically allows him to call his suit from anyone. Stuff like that.
Yeah, when that theme is, he had a little thing in shit that. Anyway, I completely forgot what I was talking about.
You were talking about the Peter Parker high schooler, stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Which part did I leave off because you went on that tangent? I completely forgot.
Where if you cared, you'd be here, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, when he
messed up.
Yeah, and then Tony was like, "I do care because I showed up this time, and I'm now disappointed in you because you disobeyed me, you lied to me, and you went behind my back and did the exact thing I told you not to do." So then he was like, "Well, I'm sorry. Oh, I was the only one who believed in you, and everyone thought I was crazy for hiring you. So it's not working out. I'm gonna need the suit back." So Spider-Man was like, "You can't take it. You can't take the suit back. I'm nothing without it. This is who I am. Without it, I'm just a normal kid again."
But
and what Tony Stark says that really got to him was, if you're nothing without the suit, then you don't deserve to have it. And that really hit Peter, like, wow, he just lost all the basic trust in me.
The thing is, like, when Stark said that line, I was like, okay, I kind of get where you're coming from, but at the same time, he's a team.
Yeah.
So you can't. I mean, granted, yes, he did mess up royally, but I mean, at the same time, you shouldn't just take the suit away from him.
Yeah, I know he morally messed up and nearly endangered the lives of countless innocents.
Although, one thing I love though is the fact that Tony, I think, I have a feeling that Tony got inspired by Jarvis, his AI, to create that Karen AI for Spidey's suit.
Yeah, well, technically, he shouldn't have a name until Spider-Man gave
Well, I know that, but I mean,
yeah.
In retrospect, but
I also like how she actually did interact. That
was actually really cool.
Like she was actually a physical person that lived in his head.
That was really cool.
Yeah, and I really liked during the whole collapsing building scene where all the debris fell on him. Actually, that was a real tie into one of the earlier comics. Where Spider-Man, like he's laying down there all defeated, like, I really messed up. I'm really messed up this time. Now I'm going to pay for my actions. How could I let all this happen? Then he looks at his math and thinks back to when Tony said, "If you're nothing without the suit, you don't deserve to have it." Then he's like, and that was a callback to when Spider-Man was caught under another underwater lab when he was about on the brink of giving up. He remembers, I have to get this medicine back to Aunt May. If I don't, she'll die. So he summons all of his willpower and strength he has left, and just with incredible. That was like a reflection of on the number one Spider-Man most strongest moment, where he lifted all this weight off of him and just like threw it. Like that's something like
I'm still trying to track down that comic, and I can't find it anymore.
It was like the Hulk there was lifting it off him, but he was doing it up, even though considering he does not have this level of strength Hulk possesses, or a lot of other Marvel heroes. And then he got back up slinging webs and like saving the day again. And now on to what I don't like about the or there's small things I really don't like about the movie. One is the character Zendaya plays. I didn't get her name, but I hope that she. It seems like she probably was the Mary Jane
because
of that world.
because later on
because like towards the end she says, "My friends call me MJ,"
and because
and I'm like, wait.
Because my
the only character in Spider-Man to ever be called that Peter ever called MJ or ever referred to as
Mary Jane.
Is Mary Jane. So that better not be Mary. I mean, I don't have anything against the actress Zendaya. I just didn't like her character.
Because the problem, well, I mean, the thing is, I mean, in some ways the character works to me, and in some ways it doesn't. Cause, like,
yeah, because well, she works in the sense of just that character that's just there to like kick to like not ruin the fun, but she's even there when Peter's having a bad day and she kicks him while he's down.
Because the thing I don't like, though, okay,
and she doesn't even ever help him out. She just ridicules him and degrades him.
Not only that, but there were several moments throughout this film where there's even a moment where she flips Peter off, and I'm like, okay, that's just uncalled for.
Yeah, like
and then because I mean the thing is, okay, even if it was just another minor character, I wouldn't mind. But if it's this version's Mary Jane, I'm like, okay, yeah, you're gonna have to have Peter get with somebody else, like introduce Gwen Stacy or something like that.
Unfortunately, he got with the girl named Liz.
Well, technically, no, he didn't. It was,
yeah, well, he came close to doing superheroing, but I didn't like her. She was just always
Liz.
No. The character
Zendaya.
Yeah, her character. I just didn't like her character. I'm nothing against the actress. I didn't like the character because she's just there to ruin the fun. She says that she doesn't have any friends, but in one scene she told to Peter, Spider-Man, when that glowing purple bomb thing went off. Oh, my friends are stuck up there. So she does see them as friends, and at the end she also said, "My friends call me MJ." So she's referring to them as friends. But yet she still treats Peter like crap. Like, constantly always belittling him. Like, when he was in detention, he felt like he was all down, he felt defeated, he felt like he didn't deserve to be Spider-Man anymore. He had his head down. He looks over and she shows him a really crude drawing of him crying and going...
I mean, that's not going to lift his spirits, it's just going to make him feel worse.
I know, that's the definition of kicking a man while he's down. Like, Peter was already going through enough, and you're just gonna knock him down a bit more. She just kept torturing him. Not really torturing, but she was being really mean to him the entire movie. I mean, she was fine with everyone else, but it was Peter she had something against. You know, there was no instance of him actually crossing her in any way.
It's like that one person
that just doesn't like you for no reason,
and they're completely fine with everyone else, but as soon as you come along, they develop an entirely different persona around the people,
and they just hate you for no reason. And another thing I didn't like is how come Aunt May immediately finds out that he's Spider-Man. I mean, she's not supposed to find out until way down the line. Where things really get horrible, and Peter can't take it anymore, and he has to reveal himself to her.
Well, I mean, to be fair on May, there were several moments throughout the film where there's actually one moment in the film where she actually corners Peter. It's at night or it's at daytime or something like that. And she says, "I know you did this, I know you did that, and I know you did this. What's going on?"
Yeah, and
what's going on? Tell me the truth, don't lie.
It makes you think that she finds out that he's Spider-Man, but she still.
I mean, there were several times. I don't know if it was in the Ultimate Comics or if it was in the mainstream Marvel comics, but like the mainstream universe.
Yeah.
But there were several times where she actually just flat out found the suit. But there was one time in particular that always cracked me up when I was little. Basically, she finds the suit, and Peter just tells her it's a Halloween costume, and she actually buys that excuse.
She'd think, all the young kids are big fans of Spider-Man, so of course she is. And there's even some episodes in some TV shows where actually shows Peter keeping up the facade that he's not Spider-Man. Actually goes out in the open on Halloween night, dressed in his superhero outfit, but removes his mask to show his friends that, hey, it's just a costume, you know,
like
getting in the spirit of Halloween.
Like Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah, in Spectacular Spider-Man. He actually went out in the open and removed his mask, and no one found out, because he technically revealed himself, but without actually revealing himself. So, like hiding in plain sight.
Yeah.
Until now, things really got worse, and people started speculating if he was Spider-Man or not. And
yeah.
And there was that time in Spider-Man, I think it was either 1 or 2, when he had to stop that train from...
that was 2.
Yeah, where he had to stop the train by using nothing but his webs and his strength to stop it from, like, going off the rails and crashing. And during the fight with him and Doc Ock, his mask comes off, and when he passes out from the exhaustion and the pain, people actually carry his body through the train, put him down safely, and return him his mask. And even like one of the kids that Peter knew even stated, your secret is safe with me. And all those people never told anyone they knew or anyone else of who Spider-Man was, keeping his identity a secret. So even if he were to be found out by other people that weren't his enemies or anyone close to him, they kept his secret and made sure he stayed hidden, so no harm would come to him or anyone he loved. But you know, that never actually works out in the end, because they still get caught in the crossfire. Then the villains end up finding out who they are. They go after their loved ones, and
because like there was
people start dying.
Yeah, because there was actually a actually I'll get more into that when I get my thoughts on it. But go on ahead. Anything else?
What else I don't like? I had it in my mind. I'm trying to think of it now. At the end, like towards the end, when Tony Stark was offering him a new shinier suit, like
honestly, like that suit looked like it was ripped directly from the new PS4 game that's coming out.
Yeah, like that could have been his Iron Spider suit, and he actually was making Peter an official member of the Avengers. Just like as Peter wanted, he's like, I'm giving you your chance, kid. You gonna take it or leave it? And Peter, learning his lesson, and this is what I also did like out of that one moment. I both liked it and didn't like it. I didn't like it because we didn't get him to actually put on that suit and try it out. We didn't see him actually join the Avengers, but I did like how he learned his lesson from the entire experience of the movie. You learn, still gotta get through your training wheels first, then before you tackle the big leagues.
Yeah. And
so he's like, I'm gonna stick at ground level for a bit. Like, get used to being a hero.
Yeah.
Get used to have all of it. Then he'll rise to the top to be an Avenger. But I liked how he actually matured and grew up. And even Tony himself's like, wow, you actually turned me down.
That's impressive.
And
by the way, for any of you guys who are wondering, Tony and Pepper are getting married apparently.
Well, yeah, because since Peter said no, they had nothing to tell the press, so...
because the funny thing is, in that scene, Tony basically says that there were like 200 or 300 reporters from the press out there, and they have to tell them something. So when Peter leaves, Pepper comes through the door, and he's like, "Did he just leave?"
Like, where's the kid? He's like, he left. Happy told him to get in the car. He's like, what the heck, Happy? He's like, really, man, gonna throw me on the bus like that? He's like, well,
here, just give her the engagement ring.
Like, we'll give him something to tell.
Tony Stark is great.
Yeah, just like Peter, he comes up with things on the fly.
But yeah. So now I'll give you guys my thoughts on it, my gripes and stuff like that. First of all, Tom Holland, you killed it as Spider-Man. You were amazing. You're in case you watch this video, man. Superb acting,
stay Spider-Man.
Amazing performance. Keep it up, bro. Keep it up. Because oh my gosh, there were so many things about this performance that I absolutely adored. Like the British person doing an American accent that's pitch perfect is kind of par for the course by this point.
Yeah.
But
like Hugh Jackman when he played.
Well, yeah. or Robert Patterson
Yeah.
In the Harry Potter franchise. He's British, but in the Goblet of Fire, he does an American accent for about half the film. But yeah, so I absolutely love Tom Holland's performance. Keep it up, man. You've got a bright future ahead. You got a bright future ahead of you. In terms of acting and stuff like that. Especially with a juggernaut of a studio. Like Marvel.
Yep.
Like Marvel. As your hiring people, I guess, or as your bosses. But in terms of the stuff that I loved. Okay, first of all, here's something that we haven't talked about yet. Let's talk about the Vulture. Because, okay, people got really upset when Michael Keaton was first cast, and I'm like, okay, is this going to be Batman '89 all over again? Because the thing is, I don't know if you guys were alive in '89. I wasn't, but I've heard stories from people online and from people that were alive in '89. But for that film, as soon as Michael Keaton was first cast, people got enraged about it. And keep in mind, this was during a time this was pre-internet, so everything was like, more grounded. You actually had to interact with people like we're doing now.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And it wasn't as streamlined as it is today in terms of communicating globally. But when Michael Keaton was first cast for Batman '89, people were enraged, mostly because of the fact that up until that point, Keaton was mostly known for comedic films, and he did a lot of stand-up performances, like at bars and stuff, and so they got really enraged about that. And then when they saw that he could play a serious Batman, they were chilled. They were like, oh, he wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. He was actually pretty good. That's what I got from this film. Not in the sense that I was enraged that Keaton was cast, but but that's what I have a feeling that's what I think most people got from this film. Because for me, the only other film that I've seen Keaton in is Tim Burton's Batman. So I don't really know him aside from what people have told me about him. But I really loved this version of the Vulture, man. I loved his character. I loved his motivation too.
Yeah, because he was a character. He was a villain you could sympathize with, and not just being another run-of-the-mill generic bad guy who's just evil just because. People
were kind of upset though that it wasn't the Green Goblin. But I'm like,
the Green Goblin's had his shot.
Not only that, but I think people were mainly campaigning for the Goblin to be in this film instead of the Vulture because Marvel was making the film alongside Sony. So it's like they want to see Marvel's interpretation of the Goblin. But in my opinion, okay, look, we've had three Goblins by this point. Because we had the original Norman Osborn in the original Spider-Man film. We had Harry Osborn as the Goblin in Spider-Man 3, and then we had Dane DeHaan's Harry Osborn Green Goblin in the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, so they were kind of goblined out. They were giving another villain a shot in the spotlight. So they chose Vulture,
who is one of the lesser known characters.
Yeah.
To be honest. And there were also other major villains that were kind of sprinkled throughout this film. Like there was
Shocker.
Yeah, like Shocker. Shocker in a nice little redesign of his regular outfit.
Yeah, instead of blasting him,
which he does do later on in the film, but he only does it with one of his power gloves.
Yeah, but instead of shooting beams, he actually just knocks Spider-Man around
with kinetic energy.
Yeah,
and whatnot. But yeah, I absolutely love this version of the Vulture. I loved his motivation because in the comics, the Vulture is basically a man who gets fired by I think he gets fired by some scientist or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's not really the case here. In this case, the Vulture in this version,
yeah, he gets
laid off by his governmental bosses.
Yeah, the higher up.
And by S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, and he's like, you can't do this. I had to buy new trucks for this job. I had to hire new guys.
I had to support my family.
Yeah, we all have families to support. You can't do this. We only make so much as this, and the higher up's like, oh well, we don't care. We don't care.
That's kind of a metaphor for government and behavior.
Yeah, he even said that when Peter went to confront him, like the higher up, like look at Tony Stark, look at all these Shield, all these rich people. They can do whatever they want, but us, the hard-working people, you and me, they never give a second thought about us. We clean up their scraps. We basically pick up their messes, and that's basically what he's metaphorically reciting about our world. Like we the working people work ourselves to death, making only making below minimum wage. All these lavish people, all these rich people like celebrities or like say Donald Trump,
Bill Gates,
people like them who can afford like gold-plated apartments or wide landscapes or big fancy houses with shiny cars. Well, there are people who live on the streets struggling to find food.
The thing is, I think people like that are mostly okay. Now this is just how I see it. Those people, they won't really be remembered for how much work they did. They'll probably be remembered for the amount of profit that they gained. Yeah. Whereas people like the working class, like us, will mostly be remembered for
all the hard work we
put into it.
Yeah, because we can work ourselves to death doing all these things, and they're the ones taking all the credit and getting all the money for it,
which isn't right at all.
And we just get all the chump change, but that's what makes you sympathize with the Vulture, because he's doing it. He's committing crimes, doing something wrong, but he's doing it for the benefit of his family. Yes, he's hurt some people along the line, and he did threaten to kill Peter's family if he kept meddling.
But only after he found out that he was Spider-Man.
But only if he found out he was Spider-Man. If he didn't,
if
he still didn't know, he would have left Peter alone.
The thing is, oh my gosh,
he gave Peter a choice because he saved his daughter. He's like, "You saved my daughter. I thank you for that, and I'll give you an out. Quit meddling in my affairs. Leave my business alone." And I don't. And
the thing is, at first I thought he was gonna say, leave my daughter alone, kind of like what Captain Stacy said to Peter in the first Amazing Spider-Man film.
Yeah, but he knew he liked her, she liked him, so he's like, okay, you can still continue to see my daughter as Parker. You leave me, my business, alone as Spider-Man. You stop being Spider-Man, and everything goes dandy. But Peter's overwhelming sense of justice and responsibility, like, stop him from doing it. Like, he says, I'm sorry, I can't do. He apologizes to Liz, like, I'm sorry, I'm doing this, but
the thing
he in his head, he's like, I really want to be here with her, but I just can't.
I can't do it.
Duty calls. I have responsibility as a hero to protect those in need and right the wrongs and stop criminals. So because he had to leave her there, even though she would be understandably pissed at him, and he knew that. Because to grab his suit, some web fluid, and his shooters, and race off to stop Vulture.
Because the thing is, like, I kind of like this Peter Parker because so far he hasn't told people that he's Spider-Man yet. I mean, he's probably gonna do that in like a future installment or something like that. Yeah. Maybe in Homecoming 2, or heck, maybe even in Infinity War.
Maybe. But because in Amazing Spider-Man 2, Peter openly revealed to Gwen Stacy that he was Spider-Man. Then he kind of I forgot who else he told.
I think he also told I can't really remember.
But I think he told like
Captain Stacy, obviously.
Yeah, Captain Stacy,
before he died.
And the
Lizard.
Yeah, I forget his real name.
Kirk Connors.
Yeah, Kirk Connors. I feel ashamed.
But
Kirk Connors even knew who he was, but Kirk Connors didn't ever threaten to hurt Peter's family.
He just hurt Peter because it kept getting in his way.
Yeah, like I don't think even if he knew who his family was, he never. And he knew he was dating Gwen Stacy, who also tried to stop him, but he didn't lay a finger on her. But he would beat Spider-Man to death.
Yeah,
because he kept getting in his way. But towards the end of the movie, he did have a change of heart. He saved Spider-Man from falling off the edge.
But the thing that I loved most about it though was not only was the performance really good by Holland, but there was also a lot of there were also moments where, like, towards the end of the film, after he leaves Liz at the party, and he comes back to school and he's apologizing to her, when she says, "I don't know what your problem is, but I hope you figure it out," a lot of the people in the audience were pretty much screaming, "Tell her already, tell her already, tell her already."
Yeah, but
and even we were thinking,
like, just tell her and she'll understand.
But at the same time, in retrospect, you have to think.
Yeah,
because
he can't, because if he does, then she might tell someone else, and the word will get out.
No, not only that.
Well, yeah, not only that, but go on.
Because in the comics, I think it was in the Civil War when this was first done. Basically, what happened was, okay, so in one of Comics Explained videos by Rob Jefferson, I think his last name is. I'll include a link to his channel down in the description. He does amazing Spider-Man content. But there was a video that I was watching of his on Spider Island, and basically what happens is the love interest of Peter Parker discovers that puts the facts together and realizes that he's Spider-Man, and she's pissed off because he never told her. And Rob brings up a really good point, and that's the fact that Peter did it for the safety of all. Because in Civil War, I don't know if you guys know this, but in Civil War, he actually went on television, unmasked to the public, and said, "Hey guys, my name is Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man. I'm revealing myself to the public because I believe in Iron Man and the Superhuman Registration Act, all that stuff." But as soon as he did that, there were actions taken against Aunt May. There were actions taken against Mary Jane. I mean, there was a huge amount of negative fallout from that.
Yeah,
so it makes sense why Peter can't tell anyone.
Yeah, and the only reason no one dares go after anyone Tony Stark is because they're all armed to the teeth. They know how to handle themselves.
Not only that, but Jules and I kept asking this question repeatedly. Okay, so Iron Man 2, that's great and everything.
Yeah.
But okay, you've got a terrorist organization who, well, I don't really know if they're terrorists, but you've got a organization that's basically going around stealing military-grade technology and radioactive stuff that have been proven to be bombs on several occasions, because throughout the film, there are these little purple rock things that are shown.
Yeah, that
are actually bombs.
Those like Asgardian alien things that Loki brought with him in the first Avengers movie. And that when he tried to invade Earth.
So you've got all of these cataclysmic events happening all at the exact same time, probably within the span of about a month. Granted, we don't know how long the events in the movie are, but I'm willing to bet they're less than a month. But okay, Jules and I were asking ourselves this on several occasions. Where the heck are the rest of the Avengers at?
Yeah, where's
I understand.
Where's Thor?
I mean,
where's Hawkeye? Black Widow?
I mean, okay.
Falcon.
I mean, okay. On the actual standpoint, obviously they couldn't have included every single cast member because that would have wasted the film's entire budget.
Yeah.
But in theory, it's like, Hulk could have done something to Vulture to Hulk could have done something really bad to Vulture to like he could have snapped his wings off. He could have just
beat him up. Not to the point of death, but the point where he can't move anymore.
Like Thor could have gone to their base and just ruined all their stuff with one thunder blast, stuff like that.
Hawkeye could have just been knocking dudes out with trick arrows. Black Widow could have distracted them with her sexiness, and and Black Panther could have just been taking dudes out left and right with his fighting style. Yeah, and
what kind of his vision have?
He has laser vision. I think he basically walls, fly. I forget the rest.
But yeah, man. All in all, we love this version.
And Ant-Man too. We could just try and rip the ceiling off.
That's true. He did that several times in Avengers: Fighting Heroes, the cartoon.
Yeah, you can just rip the roof off, just gather them all up in his hand, take them to prison. But no, they're off. I don't know, doing something. I guess. Getting some coffee somewhere.
Well, I mean, we know where Thor and Hulk are.
Well, yeah, but
they're off on Asgard. Because the events of Thor Ragnarok are apparently taking place.
And apparently the other Avengers have something better to do, get coffee at some local coffee shop instead of hey guys, isn't there some villainous thing going on? No, I'm sure someone else will handle it. But with that, we gotta both agree on one thing. Happy is the worst security guard ever. I mean,
but
he doesn't.
Happy Hogan is in this film, and every single scene with him is hilarious.
I know. I just think why he didn't die in the first Avengers movie.
Well, probably because he wasn't around.
Still,
because like
I know.
Well, Agent Coulson died in the movie, but yeah.
Yeah, Coulson. Why didn't he have he die? Because whenever Peter was trying to talk to him, yeah, Peter.
I mean, it's like every single time Peter would call him up on his phone, Happy would be like, yeah, that's nice, but I got something else to do. Moving day.
All that. Yeah, bye. He wouldn't even listen to what Peter had to say. Even when he was trying to tell him something important, like the vulture and everything, he kept brushing it off and like,
it's moving day. Sorry.
Well, no, this is
I know something major is happening, but this box just fell over beside me or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and when Peter's not trying to contact him, he calls him up and is like, "What are you doing? Where are you going? Why are you
exactly?
Why are you?"
Like he pays attention when non-lethal stuff is happening, but whenever lethal stuff is happening, it's like, "Whoop, sorry, I'm not here."
Yeah, and
don't care
until he does decide to do something when after the
damage has been done.
Yeah, after the plane crashes and everything, and Spider-Man is done fighting Vulture and nearly getting himself beaten to death and preventing. But how did Vulture not die in that jetpack explosion? I mean,
it could have possibly. It might have been just a electrical discharge and not a full on explosion.
Yeah, because Peter said
because like there were a lot of flames still from the plane wreckage.
Yeah, and Peter says if don't lift that crate up, your wings will explode. And he's trying. He's like he just didn't listen to him. Like stop, you're just getting in my way again. Tries to lift off with Tony Stark's reactor cores. And Spider-Man tried to get him back down and get him,
I'm trying to save you.
Like, I'm trying to save your life. Like, no, you're not. You're getting in my way again.
I'm trying to save you.
Then the wings blow up. He comes crashing down. So Peter goes to lift the wings off of him and
carries them out of the fire.
Yeah, and then webs them up and leaves them for Happy with his slow ass.
The weird thing is, in that scene, we both literally said, "Oh, great! Now they show up."
I know.
After all the hard work is finished, now they show up.
I mean, Tony even listened to him and had FBI on the boat to intercept those guys. The
only thing is, they didn't know who it was.
Yeah,
which explains why they waited for Spider-Man to figure it. For Spider-Man to start fighting them.
No, actually, I think they were there to catch them, but I think when Spider-Man got there, they thought he was with them.
Yeah, and then once Vulture and everything started going crazy,
that's when you're like, oh, crap.
But yeah, honestly, we both really loved this interpretation of the Vulture. Also, Keaton, if you're watching this video, and everyone else who's watching this video, he did a phenomenal job with the material.
He did.
He really came off as a not really I don't want to say psychopath, but he really came out
as that guy who will take no means. He even killed the.
Yeah.
Well, technically it was by accident. He killed one of the guys.
Yeah, that was hilarious though.
Yeah, because one dude who was like showing off, doing too much, and back when they were still like just average Joes doing their job, he would show up late, and not do his job right. So, and then when he became the Shocker. He kept showing off the tech too much, but even though the Vulture said keep it low key under the radar, keep it under the radar. We don't want to find this out.
The reason why the Vulture got mad at him was because of the fact that
he threatened
earlier on in the film
when he fired him, he threatened to tell his wife and everyone what he was really doing. He's like, okay,
yeah,
you can go.
Sarcasm.
Yeah, you can go. You can go to oblivion.
Yeah.
He actually meant to hit him with an anti-gravity ray,
but instead he hits him with the vaporizing gun, and the guy basically gets reduced to tiny particles of dust.
Known as ash.
Yeah, known as ash.
Yeah, he reduced nothing but ashes.
Oh, great. Now we're gonna get sued by Game Freak.
Damn it. Great. But we didn't even...
Ash.
Technically there are other characters that are named Ash, like Ash from the Evil Dead series.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but we didn't say what Ash from what.
That's true.
But, alright, since they're safe. But,
yeah.
You're like, wait, I thought this was anti-gravity. And I was like, no, it's that
one. No, it's that one right there.
Oops.
Oh, speaking of which.
Well, I just killed a man.
Can we both say that the humor in this movie was awesome?
Yeah.
Because, okay. Oh my gosh. So, here's something that this is one of the main reasons why I think, no offense to Sony as a company, but I think we can both agree that if this film was only held by Sony and Marvel had no involvement, it would have been like Amazing Spider-Man 3 or something like that, with way too much humor, no grittiness, or way too much grit and no humor.
Yeah, and they'll throw in too many villains at once. Like Venom was a good concept. And the movie would have gone just fine with just him. But they had to throw in Harry as Hobgoblin, throw in the Sandman.
Well, I mean, the thing is, because I was watching a not really a documentary on Spider-Man 3, but I was watching a behind the scenes thing. Yeah. And Raimi, in the original script, Raimi only had the Green Goblin and a Sandman in the film.
Yeah.
But the thing was, in the original script, Sandman wasn't that important. He was just a side villain that would show up every now and then. Every now and then, he would only be featured in like the first few scenes, and then he wouldn't be seen again. And Harry would be the main villain of 3 in the original script. But the reason why Venom was put in, and the reason why so much more emphasis was put on Sandman's character was because of the studio and the fans. More so the studio, because the studio kept pushing for Venom, and more emphasis on Sandman because of the fact that, oh great, Doc Ock was really relatable. Was really relatable. You should put in. No, it's not enough. No, it's not enough to only have 1 or 2 scenes with Sandman. He's gotta be for half the film. No, don't get me wrong. The actor did a great job with the material he was given. It's just the fact that the character is really underdeveloped and he's not really well utilized.
Yeah.
Throughout the film, and honestly, neither is Venom. Although Topher Grace, despite all the slack that fans have given him over the years, he did a decent job.
Yeah.
Not the best or the greatest, but I mean, decent. It was alright.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's why but Vulture, you can really connect with what he was doing.
With his motivation.
Even at the end, after the credits and everything, when one of the guys Spider-Man had fought, he says, I heard a rumor you know who Spider-Man really is. Like, but instead
if I knew him, I would have killed him already.
Yeah, basically, he's still protecting Peter's neck.
Even after Peter got in his way all those times.
Yeah, but he saved his life. He could have left him die.
Yeah, he could have done that.
But he chose to save him because Peter knew that was the right thing to do. Even though he's my enemy, I just can't let him die.
Yeah. Besides, he's also dating my daughter.
Yeah.
Well, not really.
She does. We don't know that.
Well, technically he did because remember he drove them to the prom.
Yeah, but he didn't know they're not actually going to be together now. But
because for some reason when I first saw Liz, I thought that she was going to be this version's Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, but until I realized she's not, she's a separate character.
Because I was watching a video with Tom Holland after the film came out, and he said that he takes a lot of his emphasis on Spider-Man from the Ultimate Spider-Man comics.
Yeah.
Because in terms of Holland's performance, he takes his performance from Civil War, which was already great in the few scenes that he was in, and he just ramps it up to 11. I mean, it's freaking amazing.
He really became Peter Parker.
And not in the typecasting way. I mean, he literally
owned the character.
He owned that performance. And it wasn't just because of the fact that he's like, I don't know, 1 year younger than me, probably or like a few months, I don't know, but
he's straight up Hugh Jackman.
I don't know, but he became that character. He defined that character for a new generation.
Yeah, if they have another movie with Spider-Man, the guy recast Tom Holland. He needs to be Spider-Man again.
Although I have heard rumors that Geek Evolution actually said this in their podcast that or Speculation Cast, because this was before the film came out. They said that Holland signed a contract for 6 movies, so that includes Homecoming, Infinity War Part 1, Part 2, Homecoming 2, well, the Homecoming sequel, I should say, and then 2 more, but they haven't determined the titles of those yet. But,
is he going to be featured in that Venom spin-off movie?
That's the thing, I don't know.
But we'll have to wait and see.
But, I mean, the thing is, because you can't really do Venom without Spider-Man.
Yeah,
because in the comics, the Venom suit gets to Earth because Spider-Man first discovers it during Secret Wars event.
Yeah, but there have been some instances where Venom had his own comics dedicated to just himself doing
Well, yeah,
Venom
but
things.
it still has that foundation built on it.
But
So
they could like take from the Venom comics and just branch out and like have him duke it out with like they could introduce Carnage and have them duke it out. I can have Spider-Man show up like some
that's
like
true.
like Iron Man like show up to help Venom out, and then then after Carnage is dealt with, those two can duke it out.
But the
Or they could like take from the Venom Space Knight comics and make him a good guy and like help out the Guardians of the Galaxy. Or they could take from like the Superior Spider-Man comics and try to make Venom
like Agent Venom.
Yeah,
like
be
that.
like Agent Venom. Like
Oh, by the way, Flash was a douche.
Like he always is. So when he's Agent Venom, that's when he actually turns it around and actually becomes friends with Peter once he finds out he's Spider-Man, his idol.
But
which is kind of weird. All those years I've been giving wedgies to Parker. I've been giving wedgies to a hero. I feel accomplished. I bullied a girl.
I bullied
my icon.
I bullied a life-saving vigilante.
I bullied my hero. I feel accomplished. That's basically his mindset.
I know.
I mean, after Peter got his powers, there's so many instances where he could have overpowered and kicked Flash's ass, but instead he keeps up the facade of
being weak.
Yeah, being a weak, helpless nerd. Because there's so many times where he could use his strength and ability to take him down.
So the thing is, like, okay, so in terms of but yeah, so what Evolution said was, okay, he signed the contract for 6 movies, but at any point during Marvel and Sony's little partnership in terms of crossing Spider-Man over, they could take Spider-Man out of the MCU at any time.
Yeah, they could.
Anytime.
They could.
So it's like,
for some reason they lose the rights to him.
there's only one problem.
But yeah, I know, but I'm just saying theoretically.
Well, yeah, hypothetically, if they do lose the rights to Marvel,
they really have no control over nothing. But
people have been saying that if a lot of people were saying that if this movie didn't make a lot of money for them, Sony would basically be screwed in terms of like the movie division, because other than Bond, they really don't have another franchise that can milk cash for them.
Yeah, they basically beat Fantastic to the ground.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, but the thing is, like, when we were in line to get our tickets for the movie, a lot of people, we were actually talking about the Wonder Woman movie because we actually went to see that in the theater and we thought it was okay. It wasn't bad. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Had to cut the video. I had to go do something.
Yeah, we were facing some technical issues.
Yeah, and we also both got sodas. But anyway, just for the heck of it. So anyway, but while we were in line for the movie, we were actually talking about Wonder Woman, and people have been asking me to do a full on spoiler review of that, and I'm like, I don't really think so, because I mean, in terms of movies, I'm more into Marvel than I am DC.
Me too.
That doesn't mean that I won't watch a DC film, but I don't really like giving my thoughts on something that I don't particularly enjoy, like to the public, like you do. But as in like a movie. Don't get me wrong. I'll pan a series if I want.
Yeah, who does it nowadays?
It's just the thing. It's just the it's just kind of like how I flow, so to speak. But yeah. So I mean, Wonder Woman was all right. It wasn't great, but it wasn't mediocre either. There were some good aspects of it.
Yeah, like her character in general. Unlike Batman or Superman.
By the way, Nostalgic Critics review of it is hilarious.
You check it out. But unlike
this? The sun?
What's this? What's this color? What are we, Marvel?
What's this? Humor? What's that? The sun? Can you take care of that?
Sure.
But like overall, it was. Oh, sorry.
Unlike Superman and Batman, she wasn't trying to like avenge the death her parents.
Do you watch these movies? We don't save people from destruction. We bring it to them.
Yeah, and she's trying to like be a picture of symbolism, and the only collateral damage she ever caused was just knocking down the roof of a church
that
chapel.
Was a little overkill.
Oh yeah, it's just for one sniper. I thought she was gonna like just toss her shield at him or like deflect his own bullet back at him, but no, she took the entire thing down on him.
Well, I think that might be a metaphor for the old fears. Like captain must go down with a ship,
or he wasn't a captain.
Or in this case, that sniper must go down with a tower.
Yeah, I mean that's the only collateral damage she caused. Everything else is already destroyed due to the war.
But yeah, like Wonder Woman was right. But the reason why I bring that up is because of the fact that the way that we were talking, a lot of the people in the in line with us both to get our tickets and to get our food, like our popcorn and stuff, thought that we were rabid DC fans, and I'm like, no, I'm a comics fan in general. Granted, I like Marvel movies more than I do DC movies, but I mean, I'll watch them both. I'll watch them both, regardless of how bad or how great they are. It doesn't mean that I have to like it, but I'll watch it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But crap, what were we talking about? Oh yeah. But in terms of the version of the Vulture, I absolutely loved it. I loved it. I loved practically every aspect. There's actually a scene where Peter and Peter and Liz get together for the homecoming prom. And what happened was Toombs was actually driving them to where the prom was, and oh man, I don't remember what made him realize that.
Well, because Liz kept mentioning him disappearing, and all the time Spider-Man showed up when Peter would disappear, and he started connecting the dots. Like, wait,
have we met before? You seem kind of familiar because of your voice.
No, we've never met. And then she's like, well, you're always disappearing, like, at my party, you
yeah, and that made him put the two dots together,
yeah,
and then
if you left, Spider-Man shows up, Spider-Man goes away, he shows up. They're the same person.
It's kind of like with Clark Kent and Superman.
Yeah, except people can actually, even though he's wearing a mask, some people, just by connecting the dots, they can figure it out.
As well, just take your glasses off, man.
I know. All he does is put on a regular business suit.
I mean, granted, in the old days, that worked a lot because you know people really didn't pay attention to that. They paid more attention to the adventure than they did the stupidity of the disguise. Yeah, but nowadays they do. I mean, he doesn't even wear a mask or anything to conceal his identity, or change his hair a little bit, or change the tone of his voice. No. He has the same hairstyle, same voice. At least Batman actually puts on a costume and a cowl. Yeah, or like use a voice modulator. But no, he goes out in the open with his. How do people not tell like they look exactly alike? But hell, Green Lantern even wears a mask, and his covers only like 10% of his face. But yeah, so. Vulture great, Spider-Man great. Now let's get on to the things that I really didn't like. Let me think. There was because there are a few things. Well, for one, like you said, the Zendaya character, was it Zendaya? I don't really care how you pronounce it. People can hate me about it if they want. I don't care. But Zendaya's character, I didn't really care for. Because I mean, the thing is, okay, she could have been just another random character, and I would have been fine with her. Yeah, but she kept popping up everywhere they were. Well, not only that, but at the same time, when okay, so here's the thing. Throughout the entire film, I was like, okay, they haven't revealed MJ yet. Mary Jane, but that's probably because they're waiting to introduce her until the next installment, or maybe this version won't even have a Mary Jane. But then when she said she was MJ, my heart kind of started to sink a little bit because I was like, oh crud, is this really Mary Jane? Please tell me this is a joke.
I know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've got nothing against the actress playing her, but I mean, it's just the character is just so unlikable.
I know. She's like that character you just want.
Whereas in the comics and even in the other movies, Mary Jane is a total knockout. She's a total knockout, not in just her looks, but in her personality.
Yeah, because she's like someone you can relate to. Someone you want to see her. You want to see her and Spider-Man get together, and she's overall very likable. She's very friendly, very outgoing, very boisterous.
Although,
but the characters in Zendaya plays the exact opposite.
Although, I don't know if they own the run now. I'm gonna kind of, but yeah, like other than. Now I'll just say my thoughts on that for later. But as for the other thing that I really didn't like though was the fact that well, both Aunt May is a little too young. She's a little too young.
I mean, Aunt May was usually portrayed as an elderly woman.
I mean, no offense to the elderly, but I mean that's how the character is in the comics.
Yeah,
is in the comics, so it's like
guys hit on her way too much in this movie.
I mean, heck, even Tony Stark hits on her in Civil War, and I'm like, come on. You know it's really bad when you've got. You know it's really bad when you've got one of the members on the Avengers hitting on a woman who's supposed to be portrayed as if she's like in her 70s.
I know. Like in
60s or whatever.
Like in Amazing Spider-Man 2, they portrayed Aunt May as a younger looking woman.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so those were pretty much the only two things that I really didn't care for. But the other thing this is a really minor thing, but the other thing that I kind of didn't like was the fact that was what Peter called was what Flash kept calling Peter at the party.
Yeah, kept calling him certain genital male genitalia Parker.
Essentially, yes, and I'm like, okay, whoa, okay. Granted, I didn't check what the film was rated, but as soon as I heard that word for the first time in the movie, I was like, please tell me this is at least PG-13.
I know, and any other instances, Flash just never referred to him as it. He usually called him Puny Parker.
Or like Bookworm, or
Nerd, Geek, or
something like that.
Yeah, but he mainly called him like Puny Parker,
Bookworm.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But never referred to him as a male genitalia.
Yeah, so
Flash was a jerk. That kind of a jerk.
So that kind of threw me off a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was able to tolerate it because it wasn't said that often.
Yeah, and why is Flash doing extracurricular activities other than football? He was a major sports guy. What was he doing? Going on what was that thing he did? Something intellectual that requires him using his brain.
That class, that convention in DC.
Yeah, what was it called? It was like
man, it was some kind. It was like a mock trial type thing.
Yeah, well, I forget what it's called, but
type thing where it's like you had one team versus another one.
Yeah, and they had to answer certain questions, like trivia questions.
I
forget what it was, but why was Flash there? He's not smart.
I don't know.
He's more into doing athletic things.
But yeah. So now on to. Okay, guys, so to wrap up this video really quickly, I'm going to introduce another segment that I haven't really introduced in any of our other spoiler reviews. What we're going to do is, since this is a new shared universe, or shared franchise, if you will, this being the first in a franchise, granted the first solo film in this franchise, with Tom Holland as Spider-Man, we're going to talk about what we want to see in future installments. Because we know that he's been contracted for 6 movies, or at least that's what Geek Evolution said. I haven't seen the contract for myself, so I can't really vouch for that. Although I do know that he is going to be appearing in Infinity War and Homecoming 2, if that sequel is truly happening. Plus during the end credits, it does say Spider-Man will return.
Yeah.
But So, what I was saying before was, okay, like I said, I was hoping that I was thinking, well, hey, since Mary Jane hasn't been introduced until this point, maybe this version won't have Mary Jane. And then once Mary Jane was introduced, I was like, oh, okay, I'm really hoping that she and Peter don't get together.
Yeah, she seems like she doesn't even like him.
Like, unless she has a major change of heart. A major change of heart.
She clearly did. She was always around them, but she always acted negatively to Peter. Even after like their homecoming dance, she flipped him off.
Which is, okay, I don't know about you, but if a girl did that to me, I wouldn't
really like her. I would
avoid
her and try not to talk to her.
But one thing that I'm thinking of though is we have not seen a. I mean, granted, from like a short little cameo in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, which really didn't amount to anything. It was just like, you know, a casual scene. But we have not seen a MCU version of Black Cat.
Yeah.
And I would love to see a Spidey and Black Cat little, you know, get together relationship type thing.
I think because throw at him.
That is a major thing in the comics. I don't know if you guys know this, but in the comics, Spidey's kind of in a life crisis because he's like all the time. Because he's like all the time. Because he's having to choose. I mean, granted, Gwen Stacy's dead, but he's having to choose. He's constantly being pulled between MJ and Black Cat, and he can't seem to choose who he wants. Who he wants to be with? Because on the one hand, you've got a beautiful, very attractive looking redhead. Well, I mean, that's like redhead and then like, you know, the color of her hair. But who's supportive and stuff like that. Very hardworking. And on the other hand, you've got a very beautiful not really crime fighting, cat thief, cat burglar. Who,
not a rip-off of Catwoman from DC.
Yeah. And arguably hotter. But hey, we're straight guys. We can do that. But so I mean, no offense to any gay people watching this video. But honestly, like I would really like to see that.
Me too.
Because I mean, even if it's only for like, even if they don't get together, I still want to see them like team up at something.
Yeah. I mean, I'm also kind of wondering what the Scorpion would look like in the Marvel MCU.
Well, I mean, they did say his character's name at one point.
Yeah.
When Spidey is on the boat and nothing's happened yet, and he's scanning the boat to see the bad guys. One of them says Matt Gargan, and again, for those of you guys who have read the comics or seen the Spider-Man animated series from the 1990s, Matt Gargan is Scorpion's real name. So it's like, will they, won't they type thing in terms of adaptation. But yeah, so I really want to see that that Black Cat interaction.
Me too.
As well as okay. Like I said before, I don't really want this version of MJ and Peter getting together. So I'm like,
yeah, because she seemed really snobby, antisocial, and kind of
like a major
she was a major buzzkill, and she was kind of
a thorn in his side.
Yeah, and she contradicted herself. Look for that one. She said she's not obsessed with them. She's observant, but clearly, if you're that observant of one person, that's clearly obsessing with them or stalking them. And she said she's always where Peter is. Like when he got detention, she was there with him.
I mean, heck, I wouldn't be surprised if
But I really like the gym teacher because he didn't give a crap.
Oh yeah,
he really didn't give a crap about anything. When Peter just like got up and ran out, he's like, "Hey, where are you going?"
And the entire time, he didn't even look at him. He was like this the entire time. Like, hey, come back here. Like stuff like that.
Come back here. He didn't
even look up.
You're like, yeah, you can tell how much he hates his job.
Seems like the usual public education system. But,
yeah, kid.
Just a kid, just ran out of the classroom. Who cares?
And every time when they interview the gym teacher or whatever, they would have a video of Captain America.
Oh, speaking of which, there's a post-credit scene where there are actually two post-credit scenes. One of them is the bullshit scene where he says to where he says, "If I wanted him dead, I would have killed him already." And then the second one is immediately after the credits, because there's one line of credits that appears a mini cartoon thing, and then there's the actual credits where it scrolls up.
Yeah, then after those credits, you see Captain America walk in front of the screen again, talking about patience, and
and then towards the end, he's like, "How many more of these are there?" And that was we didn't really get it at first, but then I realized that's a joke because of how many times the character's been done, because of how many times the character's been rebooted. And that's when the text shows up saying Spider-Man will return. It was great.
And be moved.
It was great.
It was.
But speaking of which, oh my gosh, can we talk about the score in this movie?
Yeah.
I mean, granted, the score is kind of hit or miss with me. It's not. I mean, there is some tracks that are okay, but I mean, I'll still take the Danny Elfman score in the original Spider-Man trilogy over Spider-Man 1 and 2 anyway. He didn't do the score for 3, but I'd still take that track over this one. And there's only one exception to that. There's one track where they take the original theme from the 60s Spider-Man series and they modernize it. So it's like they use modern instruments and stuff like that, and they create a rendition of the original theme, and it was so cool. I mean, Jules and I, oh my gosh, we were nerding out, we were geeking out so much in that movie theater. Oh my gosh, and we know a few people that we've known in the past who have constantly berated us for being nerds and stuff like that, and we're not going to name them. We're not going to name them because, I mean, it's kind of pointless. But, I mean, we've known people that have been like that have berated us for liking nerdy stuff like comic books and movies and stuff, superhero movies, video games, stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure if they were with us at that moment, they would have, walked out.
Yeah.
Most likely, because they couldn't take it. And I'm like, wow. Okay. So, yeah, there you go. But yeah, he and I we had a ton of fun seeing the movie. Great. It was a great movie overall. Great performances by all the cast members. The effects were awesome too.
Yeah, I loved it.
So, Jules, your final verdict?
My final verdict: you got to watch this movie. It will blow your freaking mind.
I mean, if you don't get a chance to watch it in the theater because of whatever reason, wait until it comes out on DVD, get the Blu-ray, do whatever you have to do. Because for me, after this movie came out, I am dying to listen to the commentary by Tom Holland and the director when the Blu-ray just comes out, because most of those now have commentaries with some of the actors and the director and stuff like that. But yeah, all in all, great movie. So, what's your final verdict on the film?
My final verdict: it gets the Sword of Hope.
Nice. And for me, in terms of a number, I would give this despite the gripes that I have with it, I'm gonna give it the highest grade that I can issue. And instead of numbers, I'm gonna do an actual grade this time around. But I'm gonna give this film an A+. I'm gonna give this film an A+. Spectacular. Well,
it's very spectacular.
Nice. But yeah, guys. Oh my gosh, this movie was amazing. And we've been talking about it now for the better part of an hour, but listening to us talk about it doesn't really do it justice. You have to watch it.
You have to see for yourself to really get your own opinion on it.
Honestly, if this is what they do for the first crossover, I cannot wait to see what it. Because Tom Holland's going to be in Avengers: Infinity War, which comes out the first part of which comes out in May of next year, I think it is.
Yeah.
So I cannot wait for that. Holland, you're doing an amazing job, man. Great job to all the cast members, with a couple of exceptions.
Yeah.
With a couple of exceptions, wonderful work by Marvel and Sony in terms of teaming up. Thank you so much for giving us this masterpiece. I mean, this film is basically. I'm gonna make a bad analogy here, I think, But this movie is basically the Logan of the Spider-Man franchise.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, I mean, granted, the original Spider-Man trilogy was great, but it didn't really capture the feel of being Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I mean, the closest we got to that was maybe Spider-Man 2, but
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't like hit it like a bullseye.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But yeah, guys. So all in all, wonderful film. A+ for me. Sort of hope for him, which is his biggest grade. Go out, support this movie, please. You will not regret it. Anyway, let us know down in the comments what you thought of the film. If you've made it through this video so far, I realize that it was really long, but like I said at the beginning of this video, it would be quite long. So
Yeah. And from an earlier video we posted, I made a suggestion to you, the fans, and I'm going to say it again. What would this guy here, say hello, Stickman.
Hi.
What would Stickman here? What would be his superhero costume? Let us know what his costume would be, what his powers, his weaknesses, and his overall story arc. Let us know in the comments below.
Okay.
And I
guys.
leave you with that thought.
Yeah. So let us know what you thought about the film in general. Again, support this movie. You won't regret it. And we will see you guys later.
Yep.
God bless. Catch you later, guys.
Dragon
Bye-bye.
throw and hope sword out.
See ya.